Alright, at AS level, we introduce the primary trig functions y equals sine x, y equals cos x, as well as y is equal to tan x. At A2 level, we're now going to talk about their reciprocal trig functions. So we're going to talk about y equals 1 over sine x, and this is usually written as cosec x. Alright, and then we've got the reciprocal function for cos y equals 1 over cos x, and this is usually written as secant x, or for short sec x. And then finally we've got the reciprocal trig function for tan y equals 1 over tan x. This is usually written as cotangent of x, or for short cot x. So to draw the graphs of our reciprocal trig functions, we start by drawing the graph of the respective primary function. So we'll start with the graph of y is equal to sine x. So this will be our y-axis, and this here is our x-axis. So y equals sine x looks like this. Alright, so this is 0, this would be pi, and this would be 2 pi. And so for the reciprocal function, y equals 1 over sine x, or y equals cosec x, it's going to have asymptotes at pi, or pretty much every pi degrees is going to have an asymptote, so at 2 pi as well. And so the shape that you get for y equals cosec x will look like this. It will have the y-axis as an asymptote, then it has a turning point at y equals 1, and it has x equals pi units as an asymptote as well. And then we do the same here at the bottom. It's going to approach -1, and then 2 pi is an asymptote as well. So the red graph is y is equal to cosec x, and then the blue graph is y is equal to sine x. Let's do the same for the graph of y equals cos x and y equals sec x. So let's draw our y-axis, and then we've got our x-axis, that's x, and the graph of y equals cos x looks like this. Alright, so this is going to be, that's pi over 2, and this is 3 pi over 2, and at the end there, that's going to be 2 pi. Might as well label the middle, that's pi. Alright, and the maximum point here is 1, the minimum point is -1. This is y is equal to cos x. And the graph of y equals sec x is going to have asymptotes at, firstly at pi over 2, and then at 3 pi over 2. And so it will look like this. And then below the x-axis we have this shape, and then finally again we have this part. So the red graph is the graph of y is equal to sec x. Alright, finally we have tan x and cot x. So let's draw those two. We're going to start by drawing our y-axis, and then we've got our x-axis. So let's start by drawing the graph of y equals tan x. We know that y equals tan x is going to have an asymptote at pi over 2. So let's put pi over 2 here. Then we've got pi. Then another asymptote at 3 pi over 2. And finally we've got 2 pi. So the first asymptote is going to be here, and the second asymptote is here. And it looks like this. And then finally like this. This is the blue graph is y is equal to tan x. Now y equals to quote x. We've got an asymptote at pi as well as at 2 pi. So it's got this shape. And this repeats again. And so this is y is equal to quote x. Alright, so these are the reciprocal functions of our primary functions. We're going to be using these quite a bit in trigonometry at A2 level. So make sure you're comfortable with them as well as drawing their graphs. That's it for this video. Go through the quiz and I'll see you in the next one.